There are things that most of us do every day that hold us back from success and they frustrate us. And it seems like once you conquer one bad habit or one distraction that's holding you back in life, another one pops up in its place. I think the first step towards beating that bad habit or that distraction is simply being aware of it. So today I wanted to share some of the things that I have faced, the struggles that I've had, the bad habits, the distractions that have come up in my life and are very common for a lot of people, I think. So yeah, let's get into it. Waiting for the stars to align. Admittedly, I do this a lot. In fact, I did it this morning, and that's what gave me the idea for this entire video. I was going through different ideas, looking for what is that one perfect video that's gonna be amazing. I had all these different ideas written down, and then it came to me that the best idea is the idea that I take action on. It might not be perfect, it might not be, amazing, but at least I'm taking action. And I used the 2-minute rule to kind of get started and start writing down this video idea, and then just start shooting the video. And it may not be the best, but at least I'm not taking a full day trying to deliberate and try to find all these other ideas and never actually getting started on the most important thing, which is just taking action. Your phone. It's been one of the biggest struggles for me. People dedicate their entire lives to getting you to spend a couple more seconds on your phone. It's one of the most addictive things ever. You just pull down the feeds, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, the news, even like your email. It's all designed to kind of have that lottery effect, that little dopamine high in your head, and it can be a huge time suck. So one thing I actually do every morning is I put my phone into here. I got this idea from Nate O'Brien a while ago, actually. And you just lock your phone in there for a couple hours. I've been doing it for usually like 2 hours every morning, and then a couple hours throughout the day, just to have dedicated time where your mind is free and you can focus on stuff without getting distracted and pulled off course. I know there's been multiple times where the main thing holding me back from being productive is my phone. I'll go on there just to check something, to send an email, that's something that's important, and then you get distracted in watching maybe a YouTube video or going on Instagram or just doing different things that are not productive. There are tons of amazing benefits from it. I've learned so much from audiobooks and watching stuff and following people who have inspired me and also helped me. I've learned things from them, but there's also times where it is just a complete waste, and it can totally derail your life, and you can waste hours and days and weeks and months just because of this. If you guys enjoyed this video so far, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. Your TV. We got into a cycle a while ago of just watching different shows, like kind of just binge watching different movies and shows every single night, watching stuff for a couple hours a night, and that was starting to cut into a lot of different things. And since we have moved, and even a little bit before the move, we actually haven't watched anything at all, like really, and it's been really cleansing. You have so much more time and actually like energy. We've been taking that time and we've been doing other stuff like reading books, talking, hanging out, playing games, going to a friend's house, going outside, just doing other stuff with that time. So I think TV can be a huge crippling thing for a ton of people. The average American watches over 4 hours of television every single day, and I think that's a really common thing. You come home from work, you're tired, you sit down, you watch TV, you veg out, but do you ever really feel better after you veg out and you watch a show? Or are there other things that actually make you feel more charged, actually make you feel better, like connecting with people or doing art or learning a new skill or doing something you're actually passionate about, as opposed to sitting down, shutting off your brain and really getting nothing accomplished? Not living in the now. One of my favorite quotes is, "The future never comes, life is always now." And I think a lot of us distract ourselves either by looking forward to, once I get this house, once I get my next girlfriend or boyfriend or wife, or once I get a dog, or once I get this meal or this job or this vacation, once I get something in the future, then my life will be better. Then I can start getting on track. Then I can start making changes. Or we'll do the other thing and we'll look backwards and we'll say, if this person hadn't done this to me, or if I hadn't done this to this person, or if this bad stuff hadn't have happened to me, then I would be able to make progress. Then I would be able to move forward in my life. And I think it comes down to, you live in the now. You can take control of only right now. You can only experience this moment. The future is just different scenarios in your imagination. There's nothing you can actually control about it unless you're taking action in the now. And that was a super important lesson for me, to stop looking backwards, stop looking forward, control what you can control, take action today, and just try to do the best you can with every moment that you have. I used to spend so much time and energy and money on clothing when it should be something that is very simple and very basic. But I would spend hundreds of hours shopping, like weekly, going to stores, shopping, getting stuff. Most of that stuff I didn't end up liking like a couple weeks or a couple months later. Then I would always have to decide what to wear, what goes with what. And it's kind of this whole headache. And then after a couple of years, I found my own style. And once you find your own style of clothing, it can make you feel confident about yourself. You can be the same person, wear two different things, and people will treat you different. People will see you different, and you'll see yourself different depending on what you're wearing. It can affect your mood and a lot of different things. So that's why I've gone to wearing these Cuts shirts. Like most of the time, they are a sponsor of mine, but it's just something that I like to wear. They fit really well. I'm a taller guy, I got a long torso, so it's hard to find stuff that actually fits. But all my shirts just generally fit really good. I feel good in them. I think they look relatively decent. And they all kind of match each other, so I don't have to think about what I'm gonna wear every day. I just got the black pants, and any color shirt that I grab out of there is pretty much gonna go with it. So it's kind of this whole idea of less but better, and instead of having like a bunch of random junk that you don't like that much, you have fewer things that are a little bit more expensive but are gonna last longer, and you're gonna feel more confident in them. Again, Cuts is a sponsor, but I reached out to them because I love their stuff. So if you guys want to check them out, link is in the description. Having too much stuff, just stuff in general, things can be one of the bigger distractions. But I've really noticed that as I've been on this minimalist journey, as I've gotten rid of more and more stuff, you actually clear up more space in your mind. Like everything you own has some little spot in your head, and as you get rid of more and more stuff, you start to have more and more freedom, more and more clarity. You're not going out and shopping and spending time and money doing that. You're not worried about organizing all your stuff. You're not emotionally attached to all of this stuff. So there's just so many different things that revolve from having too many possessions, too many things, too much stuff. The fear of failure. I think the fear of failure can be one of the biggest hurdles to reaching success, and whatever success means for you. But it's very common to kind of follow the crowd and don't really take any risks. Make sure that you're staying inside the box and doing what everybody else is doing, so you're not the guy over here by himself, either succeeding or failing by himself. I've definitely felt that fear a lot of times, and it's a struggle. Sometimes you don't even want to get started because you have so many things to do, or you don't want to get started because you know if you do that thing and you put it out in the world, then it can either succeed or it can fail. But if you never started at all, then you never have to find out if you're the winner or the loser. And that can be a really hard thing, and that's what I face like pretty much weekly doing YouTube. It's something that I sabotage myself with, where I know I need to get stuff done, but I know that if I take action on it and I actually do get it done, then I can put out something that maybe people won't like. Maybe people will think it's stupid. Maybe I'll embarrass myself. So it's a hard thing to do, but eventually you gotta choose what's right for you. Step outside of the box, take risks, try different things, go the opposite direction of the crowd, and that, I think, is where you find success, and where you also find a good bit of happiness and fulfillment, is actually doing things that you're passionate about and not doing things that other people are passionate about and you're just trying to make them happy. Thanks for sticking through to the end of the video. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next week.